I've been a member since as early as maybe 2008 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but back then, this whole conspiracy stuff before, I actually used to think of this like just entertainment. Like, oh, it's UFOs and da 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 da. Right? But when you actually see it happening, like the most obvious part being the increased number of police and cameras and right, and also the film of Alex Jones, Bohemian Grove. That was what somewhat convinced me because back then I had a strong Christian belief.
Yeah. And so Bohemian Grove showed you that the people in charge worship evil anyway, whether it's for fun or not. They're into
like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's like last Halloween, there was lots of police and random checkpoints. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is like Nazi Germany, for crying out loud, man. And you know, like, I'm from the Philippines, and our country was under martial law before, in the 70s. It's not under martial law now, right? But don't get me wrong, okay? But back then, we had a dictator, okay? So basically, martial law is like police randomly stop you and question you, like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And according to people who lived in that era, like jeeps were randomly searched, like the buses randomly searched, and if you got a tattoo, off to jail you go because you're a suspected gangster or something like that. That's how they used to operate.
And you see that there are signs that could start happening here if it already hasn't started happening here.
Yeah, like for example, like random checkpoints. Like what do you mean ride? It's like you say against drunk driving, right? But hey, come on, drunk drivers have been around since the car was invented. It's not like there's a sudden pandemic of drunk driving that you have to violate other people's rights.
Yeah. People who don't look like they're driving drunk shouldn't be stopped.
Yeah, you get stopped by police and you get questioned, and there's even more and more police. And they just keep on increasing and increasing the police budget. It's ridiculous.
I noticed that, man.
Increase your tax, increase the police budget, increase the number of police.
When I was a kid, you might see 1 or 2 cops a day, if that. Sometimes you might go a whole day without seeing a cop. Now downtown, I see one every 5 minutes. They are increasing the number of police massively. Anything else about Philippines and martial law that we should look out for here in Toronto?
Don't get me wrong. I didn't live during the time of martial law.
No, but you heard the stories.
I was maybe a 3 or 4 year old kid, sure. So I pretty much had no memory. Like the only memory I had was I was riding in the back of my parents' car, and there was a tank rolling in the road, and I was like, "Mommy, why is the tank over there?" And she was saying that's martial law. That's what martial law is. I was like, "What is martial law?" I was a kid. I didn't know what it is. Yeah, that's what martial law is about. You got there's no warrants. People just your freedom is getting violated.
Let's do what we can for this country.
You got this.